just arrived here in Flamborough and it's absolutely chucking it down. It's a typical Yorkshire English summer's day. Muggy, chucking it down. And I've come with my good friend Roxy, just for a bit of chill out really, and it's a really peaceful place where I'm at, and it just allows me to think. And I think the thing that's got to me this week more than anything is I teach a few people, a few professionals, and when I teach them, these in particular, they always say they understand the basics, and when it gets down to it, they don't. They don't understand about the exposure triangle. They don't understand about sometimes aperture's your priority, sometimes it's shutter speed, and sometimes even it's adding a bit of grain, sometimes it's ISO, or in the old money, from a film point of view, ASA. And it just gets me to thinking really. Going back when I first started 30 odd years ago, we had to know so much about photography, because all the basics and everything, because we never knew, as a commercial photographer, I never knew what situation I'm going to find myself in. So, you know, I had to know as much as I possibly could, so that wherever I went, I could actually do my job and do it well. And it just seems to me that that's not what happens anymore today. A lot of people seem to, and I say seem to because I don't know, but seem to sort of like take a few digital shots, or a lot of digital shots, and then go into post and sort of sort it out in post-production. The problem with that is, to be fair, that as a professional, you don't really have time to do that. If you do the work in the camera and have no work to do in post-production, or have a minute work to do in post-production, you can work 3, 4, 5 days a week without overloading yourself. Whereas at the moment, what seems to be happening, certainly with the few that I'm teaching at the moment, is they're working 1 or 2 days a week, and then they're absolutely thrashed out with doing post-production, which is no good to anybody. And, you know, I've seen people burn out within 3 or 4 years of doing this. So it really is, you know, it really is like going back to film in a way. Yeah, I'm a film photographer. I also shoot digital as well. I mean, I'm not like, you know, commercially I have to do. But doing the work in the camera and understanding all the basics is so important. It's like having a contact sheet if you think about it. So in the olden days, you would shoot a roll of film, and you would use an handheld like me you would judge every image and every exposure and get it accurate. So then when you went into the darkroom, you could print a nice contact sheet. Which is a thing of beauty, but what it did is it gave you a flat exposure of everything that was on that film, and you could judge each individual image because they were all exposed correctly. And then it was very easy to print, because when you printed one, you could print another one very quickly. Not that I'm advocating that you do that professionally, but if you take that analogy into digital photography, then it's going to benefit everybody, unless it's your hobby and you love, you know, working in Photoshop and Lightroom and Capture One and all the other wonderful programs that are out there. But as a professional, you just haven't time. So anyway, that's a bit of my rainy rant over with on this wonderful day back in my childhood haunt. So I'm here, as I said earlier, before I started ranting in Flamborough, and this is what we call the first bay, and it's where I used to swim, or where I learnt to swim. My mum was always really nice to me, she taught me to swim in there. But it's brilliant, you know, it's part of my childhood. I sort of came here, we used to have a caravan over there, right on the end. We always used to come for lunch. Well, once a week we'd have lunch here. The rest of the time we'd sort of have a picnic. And then over the other side there's the second bay, or what we used to call the second bay. As you can see, Roxy's with me, going crazy in a minute because it's raining. So this was the way down as well. And you can go down here and then split up into two bays. You can either go into the second bay, which is beautiful, we swim out to the caves, or you can go into the first bay, which I've already shown you. So this is the way down, and then you can either go down there or back over there. So we've just got back to the van and it started chucking it down again, so we had to rush back. But this little devil ended up, I don't like putting her on lead, but ended up going into the cafe. Not only going into the cafe, but running into the kitchen trying to find sausages. Anyway, they were very kind, so they just laughed about it. But potentially a very embarrassing moment. All she's interested in is running and sausages. Aren't you, Roxy? Oh, and rabbits and other dogs. So that's it for today. See you next time.